Shalom, family. Okay. We're going to be continuing reading out of the book of St. John. We're going to be reading chapters 7 and 8. Okay. So, Gail, when you're ready, you can go ahead and read for us.
Okay.
Josh, you can go ahead and just listen along. We'll be reading chapter 7 and 8.
St. John chapter 7, starting at verse 1. After these things, Yahushua walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in Jewry, because the Jews sought to kill him. Now the Jews' Feast of Tabernacles was at hand.
Salakia. So Yahushua recognized, because the Jews, the Jewry of the southern kingdom, those pertaining to the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, were persecuting him, according to this last chapter we read. Okay, so Yahushua was performing miracles. He was doing his thing. The Jews of the southern kingdom who dwelt in Judea and dwelt in Jerusalem had a problem with him. They was hating on him. They wanted to put him to death. Salakia. And he found, I'm not going to be able to fulfill my ministry if I dwell in the southern kingdom too much. So he stayed in Galilee, which is part of the northern kingdom, that region up there. Okay, and it's saying that the Feast of Tabernacles, which is around the month of November, so it's towards the fall season, that feast was coming in. That's the fourth feast that's mentioned here in the book of John. Okay, so he recognized that there's a lot of problems going on near Jerusalem. I can't even do my thing. I'm gonna have to stay up here, because the people up north, they receive me more. The people down south, they got more of a problem with me. Okay, so Yahushua had to use wisdom, even in this ministry and him preaching the gospel. Go on.
Verse 3. His brethren therefore said unto him, Depart hence, and go into Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest. For there is no man that doth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou do these things, show thyself to the world.
Salakia. So his disciples had to encourage Yahushua. We understand that the people in the southern kingdom, that they hating on you. But as much as there are haters, there are people who need to hear your words. And he's saying there's no man that doeth something in secretly, doth something secretly expecting to be known. Okay? So he's saying, yo, if you trying to be seen and heard of the people, you got to be out there where the people at. You can't do it in your house. You got to get out there. So even Yahushua had to hearken to the disciples and like, you know what, you right.
This is his brethren, it says.
His brethren, his disciples, is the same thing. His family, his people. Okay? Because remember, his actual family was his disciples. Some of them, at least.
It says in the next verse, though, that his brothers didn't believe in him.
Go on.
5. For neither did his brethren believe in him. Then Yahushua said unto them, My time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. Go ye up unto this feast. I go not up yet unto this feast, for my time is not yet full come.
So Yahushua recognized that they're trying to persuade him to go on down. You know, if this is what you want to do, if this is your ministry, go ahead and do it. Okay, he hears what they're saying. You know, it makes some sense, but he's like, you know what? I'm going to stay back. It's not my time yet. Okay? He knew when he would die. Huh?
What you say?
About what? Yahushua?
No. Like, I heard your wife talking, right? And then I heard you say something, but I didn't hear what you said.
Just saying that his brethren wanted to try to convince Yahushua to go down to the feast in the southern kingdom, and he refused to go because he knew the plan of the Father. He's like, it's not my time to go yet. I'm gonna stay up here. Y'all go on down there. Pretty much. Go on.
Verse 9. When he had said these words unto them, he abode still in Galilee. But when his brethren were gone up, then went he also up unto the feast, not openly, but as it were in secret.
So Yahweh Shai, he heard what they were saying. He understood that there was a ministry, there was a calling. Now, he told them, I'm not going to go up. But he himself knew that eventually, you know what I'm saying, his work had to be done. Not just for the northern kingdom, but for the southern kingdom as well. And so he stayed a little bit longer. He waited until they went down. And then after the fact, he went down himself into Jerusalem. Go on.
11. Then the Jews sought him at the feast and said, Where is he? And there was much murmuring among the people concerning him. For some said, He is a good man. Others said, Nay, but he deceiveth the people.
Wow. And it's crazy because the more I look at on Facebook, I'm seeing again these Old Testament only believers who would have blasphemed the name of Yahweh Shai or Jesus or Yeshua or however they view it and say he's nobody, he's a blasphemer and all this stuff. It's like y'all got the self same spirit of our forefathers who dwelt in Jerusalem and in Judea. You got one half of the people that
I see people like, I see the Israelites, bro. I was downtown one time, right? And there's these people called the Israelites, right? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And they preaching like, bro, what they doing is like, they false teaching. You heard?
How come? Why you say that?
Because, like, they try to come up to you with a little bit of knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? And, like, the fact that they don't know enough, it starts to become lies, you know? And I know a lot from, like, going to Bible study with you and just from working with you, bro. Like, real talk. You feel me? And, like, that doesn't stick with me, bro. And when I talk to people, you know, sometimes I be trying to listen, you know? But then I be like, applying the stuff that I learned from you and, you know, Bible study, and they be saying stuff that don't make sense. And I be like, you trying to say that's in the Bible, but it's not in the Bible, bro. But you say you an Israelite. So you say you an Israelite just so you could get people to believe what you're saying, and you don't even know everything. So it's like, whoever's sending you need to reevaluate you. Because you out here, you know, you downtown passing out pamphlets and talking to people. So somebody obviously sending you to do that. You need to go, I need to talk to him, because I'm just like, I know a little bit of stuff for me, but what if I ain't know nothing, bro? And like, you just up here telling me all this. Like, you know?
Well, what did they say in particular that was so false?
He was just like, so he said two things that then really too. He was saying like, he said, you know how we read in the Bible that you can have more than one wife, right?
Yeah.
He was saying how you cannot have more than one wife, but the reason why he was saying that was because of like, he was saying like, he stopped referring to the Bible when he said it too. He was like, yeah, because you get STDs and HIV and all that. Like, so, and then he was like, and then he said, we're not supposed to eat meat, bro.
Yeah, so
Push the vegan. They trying to push this vegan agenda like on people, bro.
well, you know what? Let me get a precept for at least that last part. Now, the first part, I would have to hear him and hear his breakdown on what he's saying, because Apostle Paul did teach that it's preferable for, you know, for man to have one wife, or even better yet, to be single like he was. So I would have to hear the entirety of what he said in order to judge the matter. But where the meat is concerned and pushing that vegan stuff, that's falsehood. But I'm gonna grab a precept real quick. We're gonna get back to John, but I'm gonna just answer you, because I know you always come with questions. So I gotta be prepared to answer those questions.
Yeah, because you know how the Christians think that Like, I know Christians too, bro. The Christians think that God loves everybody. The Christians think that you're supposed to love everyone on this planet, bro. Like, and that's the kind of vibe I was getting from him. But he was saying he was an Israelite.
Well, you know, some brothers, you know, they don't have a full understanding. But even the Most High don't love everybody. So we got to have an understanding where that's concerned. But speaking to...
bud. That's what I'm saying.
But speaking...
He hated, what's the name? He hated Esau. Can't nobody tell me God loved everybody because I know he hated Esau, bro. Real talk.
And he still
I
does.
can call him God, bro. Like, real talk. I be having to stoop down to people's level because I know Yahweh Shai, you know, Yahweh. They know what I mean. I could say Yahweh Shai, Yahweh. But, you know, when I'm around people that's not up to, you know, the spiritual level that I'm at, they be thinking I'm trying to do some witchcraft or something crazy. And I don't want to never come across like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I stoop down to their level and I be like, you know, you call him God. You know what I'm saying? Like, word.
Let me grab this precept about the meat that you mentioned, okay?
About the meat?
About meat. You were saying not to eat meat and pushing this vegan diet stuff?
Yeah.
I hear that a lot. Let me read the scripture. 1 Timothy.
We supposed to eat plants and vegetables and fruit.
Yeah. Let me read this. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 1 through 4. Okay? Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. So it could be what this brother is doing is preaching doctrines of devils. 2, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. 3, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, okay, which Yahweh hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. 4, for every creature of Yah is good and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. And now what this writer is referring to are the clean meats, not the unclean meats. He's not talking about pork is good if you bless it and you can eat it. No, but the clean meats, they have been given for us to eat. But there shall come men in the latter days that will say to you, it is not fit or it's unlawful to eat meats. That you are to abstain from meats and, like you said, eat vegetables and fruit. But that's contrary because the commandment lets us know when we are to keep the feast days like the Passover, we have to consume the lamb, eat the meat. Now, if you choose to eat herbs throughout the year for yourself, that's your own practice. That's okay. But you're still commanded to eat of the feast. All right? But you can't teach those things to men as though they are commandment. Now you can say, now this is what I do. If you want to try my method, it helps lose weight, it helps keep you, slim and all these different things, help keep your cholesterol down and all that. Okay, that's fine. But you can't teach that like a commandment of the Most High. All right?
It helps keep my cholesterol down. Yeah. Hey, I'd rather you say that than just try to tell me like, yo, in the Bible, bro, it says not to eat meat, bro. Like, come on, don't tell me that.
Well, get back. Can you get back to John 7?
Verse 13. Howbeit no man spake openly of him for fear of the Jews. Now about the midst of the feast, Yahushua went up into the temple and taught. And the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned?
Salakia, so the Jews are asking, how is he so versed in the scrolls and the writings of the prophets? He hasn't gone to the colleges of the prophets. He hasn't gone to the institutes and schools of the Pharisees and Sadducees and scribes and religious leaders. How is it that he is so knowledgeable on this stuff? He don't got no accreditations. He don't got no theology school doctorate. He don't got none of this stuff. How is he so well versed? How is he so intelligent? How is he so, articulate when it comes to the scriptures and understanding of the scriptures?
The goat.
No, he's the lamb. Not the goat. He's the lamb.
That's a fact, bro.
Word.
I don't know why I said the goat. He's the lamb, bro.
Go on.
Verse 16. Yahushua answered them, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of Yahweh or whether I speak of myself. He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. Did not Moses give you the law, and yet none of you keepeth the law? Why goeth ye about to kill me?
Salakia, so he's cutting them up, man. Yahushua is cutting them up. Did Moses give you the law? You don't keep the law, but you have the audacity to come against me. I'm doing the works of my Father. This doctrine is not mine. This is the doctrine that the Father has given me. The same doctrine that Moses said I would come and teach. And that you had to hear every word that this prophet gave. And if you did not, then it would be required of you according to Deuteronomy. But y'all coming at me, y'all don't even keep the law yourselves, you hypocrites. Keep going.
20. The people answered and said, thou hast a devil. Who goeth about to kill thee?
Ain't nobody trying to kill you, Yahushua. Stop fretting. Ain't nobody trying to kill. I know what you all about. Y'all all talking about me. My name is on everybody's lips. Yo, did you hear about Yahushua? Is he coming to the feast? What you think? You think he a good man? Nah, I think he got a devil. Everybody talking about me. I'm on everybody's mind. I'm the hot topic right now. I'm the man of the hour. Everybody's concerned about me. Everybody. They asking their friends, they asking their family, asking their sister, brother, what you think about Yahushua? You heard about him? Yeah. You think he gonna come down? Yeah, I think he might come and perform some miracles. He knew people's thoughts. He knew that there was a great multitude of people who conspired to want to kill him. That's why he had to finesse his way through to the synagogue and every place he needed to be. He couldn't come out openly. He probably had to have a couple, roughnecks with him that could help defend him a little bit, because it's like, man, I gotta move, with stealth. If Yahushua, you looking at me crazy, but Yahushua said him to arm themselves, didn't he? So I'm sure he had a couple roughnecks with him, man. Just in case things got out of hand. So he had to move with stealth. You know what I'm saying? He had to wait until the crowd subsided and then move on. Because everybody, and it said earlier in the text that those, let me get back to where it say, howbeit no man spake openly of him for fear of the Jews. Mm-hmm. So the Judeans, his brethren in the southern kingdom, was making it hot when it came to followers of Yahushua. And so no man, if you believed on Yahushua and thought he was Mashiach, you couldn't openly testify to that. You had to keep that kind of secret. Yo, man, what you think about Yahushua? Because if I can get my hands on that nigga, I'm going to kill him. Well, it is what it is. Brothers had to be, had to keep it inside. Like, what you think about him? You hate him too? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard about him. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak to, any one thing that I seen him do. But if you
say because it can cause them harm.
Yeah, it's like yeah, brother. I was working. I don't even know what you talking about. Yahweh who? Yeah, I never heard of the guy. Never heard of him.
And he done performed miracles for them. Yo, I would never say that, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like, if you my bro, and like we rocking like that, you feel me? And somebody like looking for you one time, I'm not about to be like, oh, I don't know him. I'm not about to be like, oh, I don't pray Yahushua. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do that, bro. Like, I don't care under no circumstances. I'm be like, yeah, that's my bro. What's up?
Joshua, which, in Hebrew is Yahushua. Let me hold you right there. Now, I know right now it's easy to say that, but there's precedence in the scripture for that same attitude you have. Peter was the exact same way. He's like, I'll never deny you. Everybody else here, all the rest of these disciples may do it, but I'll never deny you. I'll ride with you wherever you go, Yahushua. And Yahushua looked at him, smirked a little bit, and said, Peter, don't you know you gonna deny me 3 times? What, man? You tripping. You tripping. I'll never do that. And in the course of time, when Yahushua was on trial, and he was out in the courtyard and hearing the proceedings of the trial. There's people out there, yo, wasn't you with him, that Galilean? Yeah, you was with Yahushua. Nah, I don't know him. Nah, stop saying that. Nah, I don't know that dude. Stop that. Cussing him out.
Yo, who did that, Paul?
Peter.
Oh, Peter, he not solid, bro.
He got his act together, because then the rooster crowed, and he remembered the words of Yahushua, the prophecy, that before the rooster crowed, you'll deny me thrice. Okay, and when he heard it, he went away crying. He repented, he got his act together, and then he was willing to be a martyr for Mashiach as he, went along to do the Acts of the Apostles. Okay, so he got strong, but in that moment he was weak. And so all I say to you is be very mindful of that, because it's easy right here in the comfort of our living room to say, yeah, I'll never deny him. But when that guillotine is pulled out and they're ready to kill niggas for Mashiach, okay, are you going to have that same attitude?
Yeah, I done been in that situation before. Like, what happened? Yeah, I'm not denying my bro. Like,
well, I pray.
Like, Yahushua, you feel me?
I pray, Josh, I pray that you had that same fervor, and I pray that we all would have that fervor, that we deny him not, that we would be willing to die. All I really want to put out there is even Peter did it. You know what I'm saying? And Peter wasn't no punk. Peter was ready to throw down. He chopped the ear off the servant, so he was ready to throw down for Yahushua. But he got to a weak moment, and he denied him 3 times in the same sitting, in the same time frame.
Yeah, because he ain't never been through that before. He never felt that type of pressure before. It's like once you go through it the first time and you solid through it, it's like, you feel me? Like, every time it happened after that, it's good. Because that was the craziest. The first time is always the craziest, bro.
Yeah.
First time is always like, Wow. It's like, I didn't know I was gonna make it out of there. It happened again, you be like, I did it last time. I can't deny him now.
Mm-hmm.
I accept him the first time, but then deny him the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get back to John. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Yahushua answered and said unto them, I have done one work, and ye all marvel. Moses therefore gave unto you circumcision, not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers. And ye on the Sabbath day circumcise a man. If a man on the Sabbath day receives circumcision, that the law of Moses should not be broken, are you angry at me because I have made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day? Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
Salakia, so Yahushua is saying, y'all being real hypocritical right now. Moses gave you circumcision, and if a man-child, on the 8th day is to be circumcised, and that happens to be the Sabbath day, won't you still do it in order to keep, the law of the circumcision? Right? Mm-hmm. But you would technically still be breaking the Sabbath by doing it, right? Mm-hmm. But you got a problem with me when I do righteous works on the Sabbath day. Mm-hmm. I do that which is good and lawful according to the law of Moses, but then I happen to break the Sabbath in doing so. But you do the same thing. Why is there a problem? Y'all do the exact same thing, but you want to kill me because your deeds are wicked. Mm-hmm. I see right through you. I see right through your pretentious way, trying to act like your worship is so pure of heart. You wicked. I know what you all about. That's the only reason why y'all seek to kill me. Keep reading.
25. Then said some of them of Jerusalem, is not this he whom they seek to kill? But lo, he speaketh boldly, and they say nothing unto him.
Yahushua wasn't afraid. He had to use wisdom sometimes and refrain. Sometimes he had to sequester himself. But he was not afraid at all. Yahushua was not afraid. He's the son of Yahweh. He said, ain't this the one that people trying to kill? Mm-hmm. He's speaking real bold. And the officers, the Pharisees, they ain't doing nothing. They can't. And not until it's his time. See how Yahushua got up on the stone and started speaking to everybody. What you gonna do? Do something about it. like we're just watching Crooklyn on the end. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai bold, ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. Go ahead.
And then what happened? He got some hot water.
And quickly.
And then ran to his mom.
Do the rulers know indeed that this is the very Mashiach? Howbeit we know this man whence he is. But when Yahweh Shai cometh, no man knoweth whence he is. Then cried Yahweh Shai in the temple as he taught, saying, You both know me, and you know whence I am, and I am not come of myself, but he that sent me is true, whom ye know not. But I know him, for I am from him, and he hath sent me.
Salakia. So you see that the people, they were trying to understand the Old Testament prophecy concerning Yahweh Shai, or concerning Mashiach rather, and that they deliberated among themselves and thought about these things and contemplated these things and said, doth not, what does it say? Howbeit we know this man whence he is, but when Mashiach cometh, no man knoweth whence he is. So they're saying, we know his parents, we know where he's born, we know his life story. Isn't Mashiach, isn't he supposed to be like this mysterious character that comes on the scene and this and that? When in actuality, when you really look at it, he fulfills that. Because they know his life, but his words are a little different than what they believe they knew him to be. So he really is fulfilling it, but they can't see it. The blinders are on. They really can't see. He's telling them plainly, my kingdom is not of this world. I'm sent from the Father. This is not my own words. I do the works of my Father. All this other stuff. You shall see the angels ascending and descending on the Son of Man. I shall be seated at the right hand. All these heavenly things he's declaring unto them. He's letting them know that, what you think you know of me is not really the whole story. It's some of the story, but it's not the whole story. I'm from the beginning. Go on.
30. Then they sought to take him, but no man laid hands on him, because his hour was not yet come.
The Spirit restrained them. I know Satan was in them people, and they wanted to kill him real bad, but the Spirit did not let it so. Let it be so, rather. Go on.
31. And many of the people believed on him and said...
Salakia. Jonathan, where you going? Why don't you come in this Bible study, huh?
Yeah, man, I gotta lay down.
Oh, you got to lay down, huh?
I gotta eat.
Oh, you got to eat, lay down. Yeah, you got all these excuses, man. Got that big old sub. You going to share some with?
One slice?
Yeah, I might get a little bit, maybe later, man.
Get it now. I'm gonna just put it, you want a piece too? It's for...
What is it, turkey?
It's, you don't want it. I forgot, because it got capicola on it.
What is that? Pork?
It's like pork.
Get your life in order,
It's not
man.
pork.
Man, go back in there, man. See, breaking the commandments. Brothers ain't trying to keep these commandments, man. Capicola? Man, get out of here with that, man. Brothers want to break the commandments. Nobody want to keep these commandments in the last days. What's up? I guess they don't want to inherit the kingdom. I guess they don't want to be seated in heavenly places with Mashiach. They want to eat capicola subs all day, man. Go on and read, man.
31.
I don't want you, man. Go back in the room, man. Go back in the room, man. Disappoint me, man. Disappoint me.
31. And many of the people believed on him and said, when Mashiach cometh, will he do more miracles than these which this man hath done? The Pharisees heard that the people murmured such things concerning him, and the Pharisees and the chief priests sent officers to take him. Then said Yahweh Shai unto them, Yet a little while am I with you, and then I go unto him that sent me. Ye shall seek me, and shall not find me, and where I am, thither ye cannot come.
When I leave this earth, and I am seated on the right hand of my Father, and I'm dwelling in the heavenly kingdom, you ain't going to be able to find me. Just like they tried to seek Elijah, and he was gone, and was looking all over for days. Where is he at? Wasn't he just here? Wasn't he just here? I know brothers may not believe in the book of Enoch, but the same thing for Enoch. They sought him and couldn't find him either. And howbeit that those are the two men that were walked with Yahweh and were no more. Same thing with Yahweh Shai. He died, but then he ascended. Okay? But Enoch got his house in order. He let his children know. And the same thing with Elijah. He let Elisha know. He let the people know. And he went on. I'm going up. And I'm not coming back down. And they was looking all over for him. And he's letting them know, in the same way, I'm going up and you going to try to look for me. And I'm going to be gone, baby. Go on.
35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?
When it says Gentiles, it means Greeks. So it's talking about the scattered Israelites who were in the area of Greece. Okay, keep going.
What manner of saying is this that he said, ye shall seek me and shall not find me, and where I am, thither you cannot go. Come. In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. But this spake he of the Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive. For the Holy Ghost was not yet given, because that Yahushua was not yet glorified. Many of the people, therefore, when they heard this saying, said of a truth, this is the prophet. Others said, this is the Mashiach. But some said, shall Mashiach come out of Galilee?
And just for edification, when they're referring to the prophet, according to Deuteronomy, or Mashiach, according to other passages in Isaiah and whatnot, it's the same individual. You talk about the king or the righteous branch or any of these other superlatives, they refer to Yahushua Mashiach. They're the same thing. So they're having a division. He's either prophet or he's either Mashiach. Those are the same person. If you be spiritual, these prophecies were given in different dispensations by different men, but they're referring to the same entity, the same person. And it's fulfilled in Yahushua. The prophet, Mashiach, same thing. Because he is a prophet. Okay? He was an apostle as well. He is Mashiach. He is a king. He is a priest. He's all of these things. He's a judge. He's all of that. All of it. He's all of it in one. As well, this is the thing that's amazing. He's the temple, the priest, and the sacrifice, and the king, and the judge, and the prophet. He's all of that. He's the temple, the priest, and the sacrifice. And he's the fire that lights the sacrifice. His spirit. He's all of it. Go on.
Hallelujah. 42. Hath not the scripture said that Mashiach cometh of the seed of David and out of the town of Bethlehem where David was? So there was a division among the people because of him. And some of them would have taken him, but no man laid hands on him.
They knew better. Go on.
Then came the officers to the chief priests and Pharisees, and they said unto them, why have ye not brought him? The officers answered, never man spake like this man. Then answered them the Pharisees, are ye also deceived? Have any of the rulers or of the Pharisees believed on him?
Hold up, Salaki. So the officers who were commissioned by the Pharisees to arrest him and to bring him into their custody, he said, where he at? Man, we couldn't do it, man. You know, never man spoke like this, man. This dude is bold. You know what I'm saying? He got the spirit. He convinced you too, huh? So what, you a follower of Yahushua too? What am I paying you for? You know what I'm saying? We don't believe on him, and you know we're righteous. Yeah, okay, but this brother sound different when he speak than when y'all speak. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? I heard y'all sermons, and they all right. But when I hear this brother, like it make me, you know what I'm saying, make me want to do something. It stirred me up. Like I never heard nobody speak like this. Kind of like, all I can kind of correlate it to is when brothers in the past have said they've heard Malcolm X or heard Marcus Garvey or heard some of these great orators when they speak, even Martin Luther King to a degree. It's you just, something about their words, man, it's doing something to me. It stays with me. It's lasting. And Yahweh Shai had that great impact. When he spoke, you listened. When the Pharisees spoke, it's like T.D. Jakes. Mm-hmm. It's entertainment. It's something. It occupies your mind, but you're not fully engaged. When Yahweh Shai spoke, you sat there and listened. Whether you were fuming because you hated his words because they conflicted with your evil thoughts, or whether you was trying to sup on the food he was getting, that soul food he was giving you was, man, that's deep, man. That's really deep, man. This brother, I got to listen to him some more. And so the soldiers was like, man, I ain't never heard nobody like him. Go on.
49.
Hold on real quick. Josh, you still there? Josh? Hopefully he come back. Go on.
49. But this people who knoweth not the law are cursed. Nicodemus saith unto them, He that came to Yahushua by night, being one of them, doth our law judge any man before it hear him, and know what he doth?
So Nicodemus on the sly was trying to defend him. Well, shouldn't we give him, a just trial? We got to hear the whole matter. What, you on his team too? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, it would just be right to do that. You know what I'm saying? Some of these weak brothers, they was in the background. They really didn't want to be found out. But they would toss Yahweh Shai a little bone and be like, yeah, well, I think he's doing the right thing. Go on.
52. They answered and said unto him, Art thou also of Galilee? Search and look, for out of Galilee ariseth no prophet. And every man went unto his own house. Chapter 8. I mean, because it's an I in my Bible, the name Jesus. Okay. Yahushua went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery, and when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, that's irritating. They say,
Salakia. Josh, you still there? I feel like he maybe put the phone down and it's in front of the fan and he's doing something. I'm gonna have to hang up on him. Go on.
Okay. And when they set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses is in the law commanded us that such should be stoned, but what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Yahushua stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard them not.
That's how insignificant this was to him. I know he knows what they're thinking. He knew that this was going to happen. He already knew. He's not taken back by what you said. He's not caught off guard. He had wisdom from the Father, so he gave him judgment of the Father concerning this matter. Go on.
7. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, master. And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Salakia. So according to the law of Moses, if a man and woman are caught in the act of adultery, the man and the woman are to be punished. Where's the man at? That's the question you got to ask ourselves. So that lets you know that obviously that these men who brought her forth, she might have committed an act, but it probably was some sort of conspiracy to get this woman trapped up, that they didn't like her. She's probably hoish, got her trapped up. Maybe the guy that did it with her was a part of their little informant crew. But where's he at? And so they were pricked in their heart because they knew that they brought this about to tempt Yahushua and see how he would answer them. And so they knew they were wicked. They knew that their very ploy was trying to implement this ploy to get him to fall. And they fell. The same gallows they set for Yahushua, they ended up hanging on him on a psychological level, on an emotional level. Keep going.
12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself, thy record is not true. Yahushua answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. For I know whence I came and whither I go, but you cannot tell whence I come and whither I go.
Salakia. Yahushua is so dope, man. He's so dope. He told them they was trying to, man, the Pharisees was wicked. And they were trying to tell them, you bear witness of yourself. Your witness is not true. Even though I do that, my witness is still true. Because I know where I come from. I know where I'm going. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know all these things. I know your beginning and I know your end. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing about me. You don't know where I'm coming from. That's why y'all still, is any good thing come out of Galilee? Y'all don't even know where I was born. Because if you knew I was born, you wouldn't even ask that question. That would be out of your mind. Y'all don't even know where I was born on this earth. But y'all definitely don't know where I came from before I was birthed into the earth. I was from the beginning, according to John 1:1. They obviously didn't know where he was born because that was still a point of contention and debate among the people. Does any good thing come out of Galilee? Will the prophet come out of Galilee? Did any prophet ever come out of Galilee? I was born in the city of David according to the scripture, according to the prophecy. But y'all don't know that. So don't talk to me. Keep going.
15. You judge after the flesh. I judge no man. And yet, if I judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. I am one that bear witness of myself, and the Father that sent me beareth witness of me.
That's two.
Then said they unto him, Where is thy Father? Yahushua answered, Ye neither know me nor my Father. If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. These words spake Yahushua in the treasury as he taught in the temple, and no man laid hands on him, for his hour was not yet come.
So that's said 3 times throughout this, this chapter or whatnot, that they wanted to do something to him. These Pharisees, they was hot, they were livid, they were incensed with rage. They wanted to kill him so bad, so bad. But no man could do nothing. They couldn't lay hands on him. The officers that they paid top dollar to have him arrested, they couldn't even raid his home and take him into bondage or take him into custody. No man could do anything. The Spirit restrained them from doing it. And they was angry about it. They was angry. Keep going.
21. Then said Yahushua again unto them, I go my way, and you shall seek me, and shall die in your sins. Whither I go, you cannot come. Then said the Jews, will he kill himself?
What?
Because he saith, whither I go, you cannot come.
What are you talking about? They just carnal, man. They don't have no understanding. Keep going.
23. And he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. I said therefore unto you that ye shall die in your sins. For if ye believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. Which
That's
is
facts.
a lot of them people that is on Facebook saying that he's not
You're going to die in your
Mashiach.
sins, man.
That's crazy.
You condemned already because you believe not in the only begotten
That's the
Son.
word.
Name. Go on.
25. Then said they unto him, who art thou? And Yahushua said unto them, even the same that I said unto you from the beginning.
I already done told you who I was. Y'all don't believe me. Keep going.
26. I have many things to say. Is that Josh?
Hello? Hello? Josh? Hello? I'm gonna have to hang up. Yo, Josh. Keep going.
26. I have many things to say and to judge of you, but he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him. They understood not that he spake to them of the Father. Then said Yahushua unto them, when ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then shall ye know that I am he, and that I do nothing of myself, but as my Father hath taught me, I speak these things. And he that sent me is with me. The Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him. As he spake those words, many believed on him. Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free? Yahushua answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth ever.
Now it's odd that these Jews would say that they are Abraham's seed and that they're not in bondage to any man. It's a lie.
We're never in bondage to any man.
It's like, you really gotta be off, because like, what are you talking about?
It's just like the people today. They don't believe they're in captivity. A lot of us don't believe we're in captivity.
That's a very good point. As Isaiah said, trusteth in oppression. But the greatest legacy moment that we have as the children of Israel in our great memorial is us coming out of the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. So that's still off, but whatever. I don't know what caused them to say that, but go on.
If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me, because my word hath no place in you. I speak that which I have seen with my Father, and ye do that which you have seen with your father. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Yahushua saith unto them, if ye were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. But now you seek to kill me, a man that hath told you the truth, which I have heard of Yahweh. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, We do not born of we be not born of fornication. We have our father, even Yahweh. Yahweh Shai said unto them, if Yahweh were your father, you would love me. For I proceed forth and came from the Father, from Yahweh. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me.
Salakia. Now, pay attention to how things quickly have turned here in these past couple of passages. In verse 30 it says, as he spake these words, many believed on him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 31, then said Yahweh Shai to those Jews which believed on him, and then went on to say this. And then he rebuked them and called them the children of Satan, and said they're not Abraham's children, and that the father, they don't love the father. I just want to get you to see how it says that these people believed on him. So he was saying words that made sense to them, and they grabbed hold of it. But then he went deeper. He went deeper, cutting them up. And just like he said, the sower soweth the seed, and Satan come and stealeth the word immediately out of their heart.
Mm-hmm.
So these people, within a matter of moments, did not have the fortitude of mind or the true faith to stay grounded when he started to really go deep in this thing. He was cutting them up. Their haughtiness went before them, and he had to rebuke them on it. It's like some of them are seeing, maybe I really don't like this dude. You kind of see that when you watch some of, Adam Abbott, Brother Naquan, whatever. Some of the people will be out there, or even Sons of Thunder and any of these camps, they'll be out there and they'll be hearing it. It sound good. It sound good. And then a certain topic matter come up that conflicts with their way of thinking, and the whole thing goes sour. Mm-hmm. They start off believing, yeah, brother, that sound good, man, that sound good. And then by the end of it, they're walking away upset, angry. They cussing at each other and trying to, like, dang, bro, what happened? You started off hearing. You seem like you received it. But then your flesh got in the way. So it's the same thing, literally. It's the same kind of encounter. The people believed on him. And then at some point, because their haughtiness and pride went before him, Yahweh Shai started to rebuke, started to cut them up. They didn't like it. There was contention, and they said they leaving. Just like in the previous chapters we read, where the great multitude that got that food came over and said, Yahweh Shai, you over here? He was teaching in Capernaum in the synagogue. And as he's teaching and breaking down the precepts, he's saying, eat of my flesh, drink of my blood. People didn't want to hear it. They were starting to go their own way. He was weeding them out. He was sifting out those who weren't really true. In the same way, he's going through, I don't need friends. I don't need friends. My mission is to receive all that the Father has given me. Those that will believe on me, that they might have salvation. I don't need friends. I don't need subscribers. I don't need likes on Facebook. I don't need that. I don't need fans. I need obedient disciples. And if you're not down with that, then get to stepping. Kick rocks, bruh. Kick rocks if you're not trying to keep these laws. Go on.
43. Why do you not understand my speech, even because you cannot hear my word? Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do.
Salakia, so he's saying, why can't you hear my words? You said you believe me, right? You believe on me, right? Why is it now that you having a difficulty hearing what I'm saying? I'm going a little deeper. I gave you, I gave you marshmallows and candy. And you ate that up, no problem. Now I'm giving you, mashed potatoes and gravy with the meat. And now you're having a difficulty chewing on that meat. It's a little too tough. Now I'm giving you a salad. I'm giving you stuff with diverse taste. And I don't like that. It's not sweet enough. Because the devil is your father. And the lust of your heart. You lusting after candy and ice cream. I'm trying to give you food that will nourish you. You want candy and ice cream. And if I'm not serving candy and ice cream anymore, and that's what all you have an appetite for, what will you do eventually? Leave me and seek out someone who will give you candy and ice cream. If I'm not serving candy and ice cream and you are in love with candy and ice cream and you only have an appetite for candy and ice cream, you're going to despise the meal, this wonderful meal that I presented for you. You're going to despise it because all you lust for is candy and ice cream if you be spiritual. A lot of brothers and sisters, all they want is spiritual. They want spiritual candy and ice cream. Smooth words. Smooth words. Don't prophesy that. No. Give me something good. You got some candy? You got some Skittles? You got some Reese's? You got some Snickers? Snicker bites in my vanilla ice cream with the chocolate swirl and the chocolate fudge? That's what I want with some whipped cream and a cherry on top. Can you give me that, brother?
Itching ears.
Itching ears. Go
on. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
When he speaketh a lie, he don't have to conjure it up. It just comes natural. And that's what y'all do. Y'all just natural liars because you're the children of Satan. And so lying just comes natural to you. It's just something that just flows off the lips. Like a singer can just sing, a liar can just lie. Just lie. You just lie. It just come right off the lips. Keep going.
45. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? He that is of Yahweh heareth Yahweh's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Yahweh. Then answered the Jews and said unto him.
Salakia. So these are the same people who earlier in the text said they believed on him, but then got a little haughty. Then he had to start rebuking and cutting cats up. And now this is their retort. Go on.
Then answered the Jews and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan and hast a devil?
Whoo! Yeah. Look how things turned so ugly. They started off so nice. Now they calling him names, saying you a Samaritan, you filthy, and you got a devil. Go on.
Yahushua answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and you do dishonor me. And I seek not mine own glory. There is one that seeketh and judgeth. Verily, verily.
Salaki, I'm sorry to keep stopping you. That's like okay. That. But I want you to see. I want you to get the visual here. Because a lot of time when we read this and we don't see the exclamation point at the end, we think he's just talking this. Yahushua is yelling at him. Do you understand what they just called him? Those were fighting words. Don't we say, well, that you are Samaritan and you got a devil? To Yahushua. He didn't say, oh, my words are of the Father. He was combing at him. You know how Quintari kind of point with the finger? He was right in their face. Nigga, what you say about me? Man, my words are from the Father. This was a contentious, you know what I'm saying, thing that was boiling over. They was face to face. They was in each other's face. Ready to fight. It started off so nice. Started off so sweet. And then when he started rebuking, they got upset. They got angry. And called him a Samaritan. Which is like calling you a heathen. And then saying you got a devil. He wasn't just standing back and very calmly, that's not true. My words are from the Father. And the way the
way they want.
Yeah, that's the way Christianity portrays it.
Not just Christianity, but white Christianity. Because white people like to present themselves as they don't get angry and, cut up. Only black people get angry and do all the bad things and, go out of control. But they're always composed, and just saying the right thing so calmly to make you really look like you're a fool and you're beneath me. That's the way white people do.
But you got to understand, these are black folk, okay?
Exactly.
And they got offended. The Jews who believed, once they got rebuked by this righteous prophet, once they got rebuked, they got stirred up. And think about our people out here. That's what I'm talking about. The camps, Naquam, Brother Joel, and any of these camps out here, Sakari, any of them, when they're out here and they're judging you and rebuking you and reproving you, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to stand there and just take it. Oh, okay. All right, cool. They going to get hot. They going to get heated and start saying stuff. Usually the next thing out their mouth is going to be name calling. You filthy nasty. How you going to tell me I can't be with another man? How you going to? Because that's a sin, brother. You in sin. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be contentious. It's going to be loud. It's going to be heated. It's the same thing that's existing. They were just believing on him 5 minutes ago. Now they're at the point of calling this man that they believed on a devil. Are you seeing what I'm talking about? They're calling the same man they believed on 25 seconds ago a devil. A devil. How quickly things have turned. Yahushua is in their face. He getting in their bone. He not playing with them.
Cutting to the very...
Yeah, you a devil, man. Get out of my face, you filthy devil. Word. Khan, you trying to say I'm a devil. Trying to say I'm a heathen. You don't keep these commandments. Khan, keep going. Let's finish up.
51. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. Then said the Jews unto him, now we know that thou hast a devil. Abraham is dead, and the prophets. And thou said, if a man keep my saying, he shall never taste of death. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead? Whom makest thou thyself?
Who makest thou thyself in the question?
Yeah. Who makest thou thyself?
Who you think you are, huh? You think you greater than Abraham? So see how it went from sweet to now they arguing. They yelling at one another. They yelling at each other's throats. Yahushua has the composure because he know the way. He know. These ones are the ones he's weeding them out. And then when they walk away mad and steaming, I can't believe that nigga said that to me and said I was the son of the devil. I know I'm Abraham's son. I ain't never been in bondage. They walking off, he like, and the disciples like, what happened, man? It started off so nice. It wasn't really true. I pulled back the veil and showed their true spirit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to witness it. Now you're able, my disciples who are here with me and witnessing, they at camp pretty much, essentially. They at camp. Yahushua is leading the camp and the disciples along with him. And when these brothers walk off angry and mad, he's pulling back the spiritual veil to let you see, no man by the flesh, but by the spirit only. You see what man or a person he was right there. He lets you know. Even like these Edomites that'll come up and, yeah, brother, I agree, we're all one and all this stuff. When they start bringing out the precepts, then that white devil come out. It come out. Yahushua was doing the same thing, but to his own brethren. Now you see that devil really manifest. I see what you all about. Yeah, brother, I believe we Israel. 5 minutes later, cussing them out and all other stuff. Yeah, I see what you was all about when you came up here. I perceived your thoughts. When you rolled up on the bike, I knew what you was about. I knew that you are Satan incarnate to disturb and stop the word. That's what you came to do. Now it's time to get to stepping. Beat it. Beat it so that those who truly have come to hear the word may hear and be edified and may receive these words of eternal life. I had to cut you up so that you can get out the way. I had to cut you down to size. Are you understanding what's happening? The same things that exist when the brothers have camp is the same thing that's existing here in the book of John and throughout the Gospels. This very same thing. The very same thing. So the Christians and those who are soft are going to look at these brothers and say, they're heathens, they're worse than drug dealers, they're worse than gangsters, they're out on the street corners and they're using the Bible and bringing hatred. They're doing the work of the apostles. They're doing the work of the prophets. They're doing the work of Yahushua. Are you really reading the tone of this conversation between him and the Jews? It's not nice. It's not sweet. There may not be an exclamation point, but these brothers yelling at one another. There probably was some words that weren't so sweet that were used that had to be taken out, perhaps. Cuss words and whatnot. It got contentious. Keep going. 54.
Yahushua answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your king. Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you. But I know him and keep his saying.
So I'm not going to act like you, because if I do, then I'll be a liar. I'm not a liar like you. You think those are, if any, this, you don't say that to someone and have good intentions when you say that. Mm-hmm. Or rather, you don't say his intentions were righteous, but you don't say that with the intention to not provoke someone with emotion. You don't say stuff like, if you're trying to be tactful, you don't say that to somebody. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to get a rise out of somebody, you say something like that. Yahushua was fed up and he didn't care. He was bold. He said that he stood up there and he spoke these things and nobody did nothing. The Pharisees just looked around. Ain't this the dude that they seek to kill? Dang, he's speaking real bold right now. And he's speaking bold to them. What you gonna do about it? I'm not a liar like you, you devil. Get out of my sight, you filthy devil. He's breaking it down, man. Cutting them up deep. Get a body bag, because some of these brothers is dead in the spirit. Cutting them up. Lacerations with the sword. Yahushua. Man, Naquam, I like listening to this brother out on the street corner when he's doing his things, and some of these other brothers. But they got nothing on Yahushua, man. He got one of them Mighty Morphin Power Ranger swords with the 3 blades and just cutting these brothers up. Blood all over the place. Like Kill Bill when they used to slice and the blood goes splurting up to the ceiling. Yahushua just murking them up in the spirit. They can't deal with it. They can't handle it. Go on.
56. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Yahushua said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Then took they up stones to cast at him, but Yahushua hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. He disappeared.
He disappeared.
They
disappeared.
couldn't even see him.
But you see, that's the climax of this contentious debate. They got to the point, give me a stone. Give me something so I can beat him upside the head with it. So I can kill him. So that lets you know this wasn't so. You're not going to be provoked to kill someone if you're having a peaceful, constructive debate, discussion. They was at the point they wanted to kill him.
They wanted to kill him.
They said words to them in their carnal thinking that was just, you passed the line. That's like calling my mama a hoe. You passed the line. Now I have to kill you. There is no other recourse of action other than to end your life.
They hated my master.
And Yahushua dipped on him. Pow, just disappeared. Pow, he just was gone. Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
But yet walking
right through him. Performed a miracle. Now you see me? Now you don't.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
You can go ahead and end it.
Praise the Most High.